Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here as a recording of this. It is July 6th at noon. I have found a parking spot. Venice Beach is where I'm going to be kind of walking up and down the sidewalk, boardwalk in that general vicinity just to see how things are since everything has kind of reopened since the last time I was here. It's probably been close to maybe a year since I have wandered Venice, and I have this just to shield myself. I just had just bumped into the curb there. I'm inviting you to join me, shall you? Now, probably the most famous entrance into Venice would be Windward Avenue over there is where that sign is. But I've never noticed here on the side of this building that there is a tennis shoe, a tennis racket, and a tennis ball kind of faded out. Looks like something from maybe like the 70s up there. Well, since that year ago stroll I took during the daytime hours, I was out here 4 or 5 months ago. Did some filming locations, but it was probably about 4 or 5 a.m. So I guess I don't really count that because nothing was open at that time. There's the sign right there. And it's sort of fitting that there's a garbage truck right here. Kind of part of the experience down here will be a cleanup that has been taking place. Also, that filming location I did, it's kind of documented here with this homage to the Touch of Evil painting that never did on the side of this building. But yeah, they're cleaning this whole area up, started earlier this month. Now, from what I heard, it's being done in stages. I think it's a 4 or 5 stage process where 1 week it's this section that stretches from here down a couple blocks, and then the following week it continues down towards Santa Monica. It is good to see some of these little storefronts pulled up with the metal doors are pulled up and they're selling some of their product. Last time I was out here, nothing out here was open like this. And quite a few little booths set up here as well. People selling their artwork, and it's a real beehive. Well, I don't want to say a beehive. It's a moderate beehive of semi-activity. And there's the V over there made out of steel beams. V, of course, for Venice. And the basketball court over here is hopping. Nice. Kind of neat how there's almost a sidewalk, a walkway leading up to the beach itself, to the water itself. Now, when I shift over this way, you will see the pier. There's a couple piers in this vicinity. This is the Venice Beach Pier, and the Santa Monica Pier, which might not be able to see from the haze, is a couple of miles down that way, and you can see that metal V. The very interesting thing from here, as I turn, you can see Muscle Beach. You can see a building over there that says Muscle Beach. Now, Muscle Beach originally started in Santa Monica near that pier, but years and years ago, moved over here to Venice, and it's now closed. Muscle Beach, as of right now, is no more. There's a banner up stating that there are things to come, but right now, nothing. No one working out here, getting some rays, being out in the elements, having the tourists walk by, take photos of you while you're working out, doing a little fitness right here. All gone. All sealed up. There is a plane flying directly overhead. Now, I also will add in, it's not stopping some from working out. They're using this little outdoor area behind where the Muscle Beach kind of stand was. So I guess people still are working out, even though it's technically not the Muscle Beach area. Now, as a recording of this, it is a Tuesday. I bet over the weekend, which was 4th of July weekend, this place was, there's a seagull up there. This place was probably really, really busy. Didn't come out here over the weekend, but you can just imagine. With the breeze off the water, everyone is spray painting over there. You kind of smell the fumes wafting this way. And the skate park has reopened. Last time I was over in this area, they had sand in the skate park to keep people from going out and to stay indoors. You know, when everyone had to kind of stay put, they put sand in the skate park. I suppose if you want to stop anyone, you know, want to stop skaters from utilizing a skating pool area, sand would do the trick. You know, there's sand in there. You can't utilize it. It was an interesting time, 2020 into 21. Thankfully now it is not frowned upon for everyone to be out and about, being active, skating, riding bikes, surfing, swimming. Everything's kind of pretty much back to how it usually used to be. Kind of wish this taco stand was open. Never heard of this one, but I bet they probably have some pretty good tacos. Okay, I'm just going to start from this position and walk this way for a little way, and then kind of loop back Let's do a little walkthrough. It is kind of neat to think that this used to be a road. People would park over here, drive this. This used to be a road at one time, as did this. And there used to be a big hotel right here. This is kind of neat. This mural over here shows some of the famous faces that lived here back in 1915 to 1916. You know, I will admit, they really are cleaning up this area, at least through this one particular section. You see them painting over here. And in this little area between these few blocks from the big metal V and all that down to here, there are no tents. All the tents through this section have been removed. Right up here used to be the Venice Beach Freak Show, but they pulled out, I think, in like 2018, but it was right here in this building. Now notice through here, you'll see it's all cleaned up. There's just no tents along the beach facing this way, but you shift to this, where this block starts, and there are tents. And if you look a little closer, as I walk over to this tree, there is a signage from the city giving some of the info. This is all done in stages, so it looks as if it's just kind of moving its way down towards Santa Monica. So as of right now, as of this day, walking down Thornton Ave right to the beach, you can still see there still are some tents here going all the way down that way. Part of me kind of wonders if it's going to change the vibe down here or not, if the vibe will stay the same. It'll probably, dramatically change the vibe through this whole area. It just always kind of, it's always kind of been like this, so I don't know. I guess I don't have a really a thought process on it either way. Over here at Sunset Ave. Now from what I heard, now don't quote me on this, I do not have all the info, but they are relocating a lot of the people living here along the water, along the beach, to where, I'm not sure to where, but, and it might only be for a short time. The sign back there said they had 90 days to claim anything. If they were not out by a certain time, then they just put it in storage and they have 90 days. But I do feel it's going to kind of make its shift and make its way down to Santa Monica. You can see, not even here along where the sidewalk was, but now a lot of tents have moved out towards the beach, almost like right on waterfront as well, like over there in the sand. A very artistic vibe down here. One of the things I really like about this area is how kind of like artsy and artistic it really is, and creative. Everyone has their personal expression out. And I hope that remains even after a lot of the cleanup. I kind of made it to the end of where the Santa Monica ends and then the long sidewalk over to, well, not Santa Monica, Venice, I should say. I made it to the end of where Venice begins and the long sidewalk to Santa Monica. But it appears as if everything just kind of shifted over to this very far end for now. I'm just going to start making my way back. It'll be interesting in a month or two to see what the vibe is like out here. See if everything really is cleaned up. Judging by the first couple blocks on the other end, it appears as if they are making some serious headway though, and things are starting to get cleaned up quite a bit. See, I really like this right here. Now I would imagine that someone is probably using the back of this van for some living accommodations. I did that for a while too, although my Ford E150 was not as stylish and art decored as much as this is. Right, this is pretty dang cool. Setting up a little camp inside there, out of the elements. Nice. And you can see off in the distance there is an officer, a patrol car over there with a couple officers inside, just kind of watching over everything out here. City of Los Angeles Parks and Recreation temporary tent is over here on this block, and also notice that someone is over here painting a brand new mural along this wall. I will say though, there are a lot less vendor tents than I've seen in the past. Fun fact, down there on the end, there's a place called the More and More. There used to be a tattoo place where I got the last tattoo. Hello, Parks and Recreation is now pulling through here. I signified my 5 years of doing daily vlogs I did with the tattoo on my arm, the number 5 on my arm, and I got it in a place back there that's now not a tattoo place anymore, right here on Venice Beach. Kind of tough to even think about that was even 2 or 3 years ago now. Wow, time really does fly. Check out this sign right up here as well, saying no camping. And this has been here for a while, so I tucked into one of these alleys here, and this is something I've never noticed. These little, like, look at the items up here on the top of this roof. There's like King Triton. There's a guy with some wings. Without a doubt, most of the activity is down here towards where the big metal V is. And these gentlemen over here have finished, well, it looks like as if they painted over the section that they were working on. Right in here. They're kind of touching it all up, and then there's the big V over there, the V for Venice. This is Saint Mark. He is the patron saint of Venice, and right near Saint Mark is Big Daddy's Pizza, where I ended up getting myself a slice of pie. Big Daddy's pizza. And this is what we're dealing with. This was $6.50. It's a pretty good size. You can see the comparison of the plate in my hand. Yeah, it's loaded up. It's known as the Supreme, which has a little bit of everything on it. $6.50 is a little more than, you know, most would pay for a slice of pizza, but it's kind of a win in Rome moment or a win in Venice moment underneath Saint Mark, the patron saint of Venice. He might have liked Supreme also. A nice, delicious slice of pie with the backdrop of Venice Beach. Over here by the V also is a little substation. It's not a station, it's a substation. Is there a difference? It's still a station, but it's called a substation. It says right there on the side. And I was incorrect. They were not finished painting the little area that's over here leading up to the V down Windward. Getting it all ready for those who are going to walk across this. Hundreds, if not thousands of people in the future. And with that, heading away from the water, back underneath, well, the backside of the Venice sign going out to Pacific Ave. People in the street getting a photo. Better get out of the road quick. Always some really cool artwork through here. If you look up top, there is a head with some vines coming, like some root system coming out of the bottom of the head there. Take a look at that. Pretty neat. Yeah, you just never know what you're going to find painted on these walls through here. And this soda, refreshing cold drink machine has been incarcerated. It's been put behind bars for one reason or another. And I was just over at the skate park. Check this out. Here is a Dogtown piece, a little skeleton holding a board there, and you can see where it says Dogtown Skates. It's pretty neat. And the skeleton has a halo on. This little snail down here appears to have some vampire fangs inscribed there on the concrete. Found some street parking, didn't cost anything. However, it's tough to find. Most of the parking lots are anywhere from $15, $20, $25, $30 for the full day, but I got pretty lucky with street parking. Oh, hello, Crow. That's gonna do it for today from Venice Beach. Nothing too vital, nothing too important, just a casual stroll up and down the sidewalk that used to be a road back in the day. Now it is used for buskers, street vendors, etc. It'll be interesting to head back. It's really kind of silhouetted out here with the umbrella, but it does help keep some shade. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog. What was that?